Russia and Ukraine. What do we got?
Oksana Honcharuk stares at her burned-out apartment building with the conflicting emotions of many Ukrainians who've narrowly escaped death.
I am alive because I was in the room with the balcony. The balcony cushioned the blow a little. Later, I took the dog and we ran out into the yard.
I find that difficult to believe that the balcony cushioned the... wouldn't that be the least structurally sound place in the building? But hey, maybe not in Ukraine. Evidently not in Ukraine.
And here we are. I'm wearing my pajamas.
She's still alive, still breathing, but little else is certain.
I'll be staying with friends for a while, and later we are going to decide. I don't know exactly what state the apartment is in. Will it be possible to live here, or when?
I mean, I'm going to answer that question for her. It was hit by a missile strike. But this goes back to the point of any, I don't care if it's Russia, I don't care if it's China, I don't care if it's Israel, and I don't care if it's the United States of America. Any nation's military whose military ordinance finds its way into civilian districts, causing civilian damage or fatalities, is unequivocally a war crime, not collateral damage. Our weapon systems are so sophisticated at this point in time that we can hit a target within a 2.5 meter square, which is literally this. It is literally this, right? Well, no, wait, 2.5 meters, that's 6 feet. Okay, so it's literally this, my bad. It's literally just a touch outside the screen because my wingspan's about 6 feet. So you mean to tell me that our missiles are accurate enough to hit a 6 by 6 foot square and you're accidentally hitting apartment buildings with civilians in them? No, I don't buy that for a second. Now, that being said, the way that these are getting reported, and I know it's going to be Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, it's just another thing that happens. But the fact of the matter is it's a war crime. And the fact that none of them, not Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, anybody is reporting on the fact that it is a war crime is why people don't know it's a war crime, because people aren't going to look at it. They're going to see the news and say, oh, goodness, the apartment building got hit, and be like, dang, those dastardly Russians. But in reality, it's more like those criminal Russians attacking civilian districts. Those criminal Israelis attacking and arguably turning into a parking lot all of Gaza. Those dastardly Americans carpet bombing Iraq and Afghanistan, killing 1 million Iraqi civilians, right? The ramifications of these wars and of these conflicts and the perpetrators are not to be undersold in the slightest. We committed atrocities in Iraq and Afghanistan. Russia is committing atrocities in Ukraine, and the IDF is committing atrocities in Palestine. Everybody's guilty. Everybody. And nobody is being held accountable, whether within their own countries or in the international courts of community, or the international criminal court systems. So, we have to start calling a spade at this point. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, right? Apparently war crimes are okay now. Venezuela were just murdering people in international waters. Sailors that are on those boats getting reminded by their senators that, oh, wait, maybe that UCMJ thing in the Constitution really is a thing that we should be paying attention to. Like, it's kind of crazy to me that the normalization of war crimes is literally that, normalized. And it took 20 years of the war on terror and 2 years of genocide for that to happen. I think that after we got away with war crimes, everyone just started doing whatever and committing war crimes. I think you're not wrong. And honestly, even Vietnam wasn't exactly mitigating the war crimes. Neither was the Korean War. It seemed like the United States was actually holding some people accountable for committing war crimes in Vietnam. But forget about it in the global war on terror. Those were civilians. We were fighting terrorists. Those were where they were hiding. So all of a sudden it was legal targets. And that is the unfortunate truth of 20 years of a global war on terror attack where civilian casualties were now justified.